Today we discuss the weirdest viral videos ever.
And not the TikTok ones or the Instagram Reels one that you're so used to.
Yeah, we enter the dark lane. So let's deep dive into the dark lane of the internet. Let's just get into the podcast. We realized that because of the algorithm, we have like blinders on and we can only see a certain part of the internet. We said, क्या हो रहा है? देखते हैं. Let's take a walk, if you will, down the lane of unregulated YouTube.
So basically, the steps were simple, right? You sign out of your YouTube, make sure your geolocation is on, and then see everything that shows up on your YouTube.
Man, it was insane. What we discovered was that it's like being in that Rick and Morty kind of interdimensional cable TV. I can't believe some of these videos even exist. I don't even know what's happening. But madness. It was crazy. It's like remember like how you take your route to office in a car or bike.
Yeah.
Back in when there was outside and you could go to places. Remember there were these normal routes in the cities you take. And you're like, hey man, I know the safe route.
And then you robotically just go on that route.
Correct.
Right?
But then, when you're like younger, you're like, my city dekhega. And then you go around all these alleyways and you're like, whoa, I didn't know my city could look or my place could look like that. It was that on the internet, but the city is like some dystopian hell.
And it's not, it depends. Like some things are nice. Like I did come to know how Arijit Singh looks now, which I did not know for a very long time. And I guess it was time for an update. But I came to know a lot of the songs that are popular now and all because of this. Because वो नहीं आता है मेरे YouTube पे नहीं आता है. It's literally my YouTube is filled with either trash or SNL or something like that. Like that's literally what my YouTube is.
So the thing is, my YouTube is full of a lot of prepping stuff. A lot of video essays, a lot of history.
Yeah, he is
art,
like the academician in
YouTube. Academic YouTube.
In this scenario, and I am the pop culture.
Correct. So our YouTubes are that, and then we decided to take a dark turn into unregulated YouTube.
And it was the same hell for both of us, I think. It
was pretty interesting.
It was not like I was like, yes, I love this. Or anything. No. I literally sent him a text the day of like this podcast, and I was like, listen, I am very depressed looking at Indian YouTube and I don't know what we're going to talk about. So
let's find out. So what you're doing now is many of these videos I have not seen. So what you're going to do is you're going to list these videos. You'll see a tiny clip here and you can join us in our journey through the dark YouTube.
So we'll tell you what the video is about. It's not like we won't. But I recommend for the full experience, go through the links that we provide. You won't be... Actually, you might be. You won't be disappointed. You might be upset.
So, yeah, I clicked that button a little earlier than I should have. But here's what I'm playing. You're going to see here because this starting clip is worth seeing. Creepy? Yes. Welcome. Living like Chhota Bheem and Chutki in real life for 24 hours. Now the question is, why did they do that blurring? I don't know.
It's so that people don't see what is going to come up and people watch the rest of the video.
I just feel like I feel like they didn't understand the context of why people use blurring. So what am I even looking at? Do you have any idea?
So basically, I'll tell you. There is Pragati Verma. She's like a YouTuber. She's actually like a very popular YouTuber on Indian YouTube. I had no idea about till I went on original Indian
Pragati Verma, 2.13 million subscribers at this point.
And basically what she does is she just picks up the latest trend and she just makes a video on it. So this was a trend that was going on among Indian YouTubers where you had to act like Chhota Bheem and Chutki for a day.
Wow.
Yeah, it was an actual trend. Like, not just Pragati Verma, a lot of people had done this, and we had randomly, this is not like an Abhiga find, we had randomly stumbled upon this some time ago when we had forayed into Indian YouTube but because no one had signed into YouTube, and Ramanjan and I were watching this, and Anurag had come in and been like, wow, I'm leaving early today.
Yes. So, living like Chhota Bheem and Chutki for 24 hours was quite an intense ride. Because the point is, here is another small clip. Yeah.
I think what is the...
9 million views.
9 million views, yes.
So, the point is, this was an interesting find. So the thing here, what we're trying to make is that I had no idea that this kind of genre even existed. Like, this is not just vlogs, right? Normally, I thought, internet vlog chal raha hai.
Like people just talk about their life or shit on someone.
But this is some, like even the editing, the way it is structured feels, I don't know, like a trip.
It's very bizarre actually that you actually brought that up, because I feel like I have been trying to figure out how to do YouTube editing just because it just feels more, I say, snappy and poppy, and like they don't allow you to see something for too much time.
Got it.
And these people have somehow, like, without getting any actual formal education in editing or film or actually even any experience in the profession.
Correct.
They are somehow, just by doing it over and over again, perfecting that. Like, it's not good. We're not saying it's good, but it's a genre that they have somehow perfected.
So I feel it's like ADHD editing.
Yeah.
It's very fast. It has these noises, but somehow
the sound effects are all just like picked up from everywhere, and it's just noises.
And they somehow still, like, in the context of the video, it works. What was interesting is, now that you're mentioning it, right, it feels like, especially if you're like a YouTuber and why did I do this? I have no idea. So if you're a YouTuber,
It's like I'm a neurosurgeon.
So if you're a YouTuber, you have to like compete with all sorts of content, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like what we are looking here is like a Darwinian evolution of content.
That's true. Like, this
All
has
content
survived,
is
and like good shit is not there anymore. Good shit in the sense, like, conventionally good film.
Correct.
Like, a film enthusiast will look at it and be
Correct.
like, wow, I love this film. It should be in film festival, like that,
Correct.
It's not that anymore. Like, this is the stuff that gets seen by people.
Correct. But also, like you said, like this thing is, it's like this Darwinian war. So basically, imagine like how back in the day there were like bacteria and paramecium, all this stuff in water, right? And they had to like fight each other, and they evolved into something and became like humans or whatever, right? So I feel your attention on YouTube is like the water and the resource they need to feed on, and all these YouTube channels are creatures that are developing new things just to survive.
And you,
It's like an arms race.
You as a
of
thing
your
that needs to
attention.
consume anything, you will see the biggest one first. So you
Correct.
will go for the thing that will feed you.
Correct.
And the biggest one is Chota Bheem and Chutki for
Oh,
24
wait.
hours.
I'm just saying, these are viral videos you have never heard of. And that's what we are
Like,
getting
there's
into.
a guarantee that if you are one of our 8 subscribers, you barely even watch our video. So there's a good chance you won't be watching Chota Bheem and Chutki for 24. I hope not.
If you have, drop us a comment. So basically, I feel right now YouTube is on this war path. Basically, this is an arms race between YouTube channels to hold your attention or just get a hit.
It's that only.
And
dude.
point is, I feel the reason things have become so bizarre is that this bizarreness is holding. You don't retain any of it,
It's gone.
but it holds your attention to you, because each consecutive frame or shot is so bizarre. You are led to the next one or the next one. Or
Yeah,
the
by the time you reach the end of this Chota Bheem and Chutki for 24 hours,
You don't know
you've
what
forgotten that they had like blurred and censored out their first few frames. You know what I mean?
Like here.
What? Like, what? I had forgotten about that blur censor till you brought it up.
Wow. Anyway, moving on. That was just the first video. Next one. This one is called Chili Potato.
Wali Chudel. Read the whole
Oh,
thing.
sorry, my bad.
Chili potato Wali Chudel.
Wait, I think you know what? Now that we're reading the whole, we should read the whole. Chili Potato Wali Chudel, which selling fast food. Horror stories in Hindi. Hindi Kahaniyan 2021.
It's a pretty explanation. I don't remember this at all.
You know what? We are putting up the.
That took me by surprise, actually.
Wow. Okay, so I'm just gonna jump ahead and.
जिद कर रही है और अगले दिन सीता मैं काम करने जा रही हूँ तुम.
By the way, it is not a horror story. I'm gonna spoilers. If you want to watch the video,
yeah, if you want to watch Chili Potato,
watch now, and then come back here. But here's the spoiler: the chudel is a very nice person who makes the chili potato snack for them.
And
Because
she
these-
makes it overnight with ingredients that she herself got from somewhere. Like they didn't have any ingredients because they're very garib house. Like that is the story.
Yes,
That
yeah, these two sisters are very sad, and then the chudel comes and makes them chili potatoes, which they start selling, by the way.
and yeah, she makes it every day, like so
Yeah.
that they can sell it and get money. You know what?
Wait. Also, the reason they have this chudel is she was sad and walking down the road, and the chudel just like walked into the house with them. That's the story. 5.5 million views, guys. So
Clearly, everyone is very into chili potato wali chudel. I don't
Correct.
know why. Like,
yeah,
let's just
like
why.
I love the Rajiv Singh says I love these stories. Ha ha.
I really love stories. अच्छा,
My-
he's not written about this one. He's just said कि मेरे को stories पसंद है बस. Stories तो अच्छे लगते हैं मेरे को.
One is my favorite chili potato. Is chili potato a thing?
I think everyone likes chili potato, but then everyone also likes ice cream. So I don't know. Maybe there's an
Yes.
ice cream wali chudel.
Chudel is looking like Bollywood actress without makeup. Ha ha ha. Uncle joke. This is how the chudel looked, by the way. So I'm just saying, apparently people are having fun. But my question is, so I didn't even know that this kind of content even existed. And the beauty of this content, right, is that how, like, if the same film, if I put it up, say, in a film festival, is crazy because it breaks all the laws of, say, stories and stories.
Because you can never know what's coming next.
Yeah.
Like, is the chudel going to poison the chili potato? I mean, ultimately, she's a chudel, right?
Yeah.
Like, what you have
But-
in as a concept of a chudel, this is going completely against it.
Also, I like how the person went like, okay, so so here's the discussion was, there's going to be this witch. So basically, somebody went and said, oh, I have a story, and they said, cool, we'll make an animation on it. And I said, so what's the story? So there are these two sisters. They're very sad. Okay. And then there's a witch. I'm like, whoa, okay. What does she do? She makes chili potatoes for them. I'm like, amazing. I love it. Then what? That's the story.
That's all. She makes chili potatoes for them so they get money
And that's it. I mean, I wish, like, I feel there is something, like, there's a lot to unpack here.
love it. Sold.
Love it. Done. Next.
But you know what? To be fair, like on this chudel thing only, I feel like chudel was somewhere trending on Indian YouTube at some point. Like just the word chudel, there's a good chance.
Correct.
Because so many channels have made chudel related content, and none of it is sincerely in the horror genre.
Do you think we missed this chudel wave?
Yeah, I
Was it-
definitely missed this chudel wave, dude. I didn't know it till I was reading, like, or watching these videos on Unsigned in
Yeah,
YouTube.
like I'm starting to realize, like, there are subcultures within subcultures, bro. I feel,
Because
Who's this?
everyone has made a chudel video.
yes. Oh wow, so many haunted stories.
Yeah, so this one, I put this one in the list because it's again animated, but it's slightly better. But it doesn't make, it still has no, ऐसे resolution ही नहीं है इसको, you know what I mean? Like, I'll link it below the video also. But so that just you guys can see it, because I don't think we'll discuss this one in like that
Once
much
again,
detail.
I'll just play a frame so we know what we're getting into.
हाईवे पर आए। रात बहुत हो गई थी, इसलिए ट्रैफिक भी बहुत कम था।
Fair enough.
So
रात को
it's-
ट्रैफिक कम होता है.
Yeah, exactly. So it's basically a dude narrating a story, and the visuals are just like supporting his story.
Yes.
But this stuff also does very well, apparently. 5 million views on this one.
But what was the story?
It was just like, it's literally just a dude who's on the road, and like, you know, he has these weird apparitions and all. It's not that funny. I mean, it's not that scary. It's not supposed to be funny. It's not that scary, but it's just an experience, essentially.
Wow. But Baldeep Singh says, wow, the story is amazing, but when you see real ghost, don't be scared. Just ignore and go.
It's something like that he meets a ghost, and then the ghost says something to him and whatever, and then he goes home and he's like, वो ghost तो नहीं था. It's something like that. But again, sorry for spoilers if you're planning to watch this video.
Wow. So actually, you know what? Let's leave the animation territory for a bit. So I'll tell you what. So there's this one video, like, I was completely enamored by, is the fact that there's this woman and she's riding a horse. By the way, I will read the title out to you guys. It's called Woman riding horse, part 18. Non-stop.
Wait, part 18 implies there are 17 more parts before
Yeah.
this.
So actually checked. So here I'll play this video so you guys can see.
Wait,
it.
is it like a horse race or something?
No, that's the footage. By the way, so you would expect something would happen, but this continues for the next 12 minutes.
Does this visually have the same effect that ASMR does? Like
I doubt
on
it.
your
This is no ASMR.
Is this supposed to be something that you
Like-
feel relaxed looking at? Because it's
No,
not really.
because it's not like they're not playing relaxing. By the way, we are not entering serious viral territory. This has 25 million views, and that's it. She's riding a horse.
See, and honestly, I feel like nowadays this YouTube content to get viral, as soon as someone puts it up, it has to like immediately hit like some sort of view number, because that will help it propagate further.
Or I don't know actually. Like I have. The point is, I have no idea how like this stuff
nobody
works.
really knows, honestly.
Really stuff,
but
like-
that's at least what I have noticed.
So
that
what I'm gonna do is like we're gonna link this video of this lady on a horse. It has 25 million views, and that's it. 12 minutes of her riding a horse. And then this channel is called Badri Nayan Badra. So basically, the weird thing is this has no comments, but a crazy amount of likes. So I don't know why this went viral.
14k dislikes also.
But 25 million, and in the same channel they have this. By the way, this is a scary video. It freaked me out. You shouldn't do this to your kids. I don't know if this is legal. This looks very illegal. Check
हिम्मत
this.
वाले बच्चे खतरनाक लंगूरों के साथ dare to touch and play with langurs.
Point. Do not go near langurs. Do not dare to touch and play with langurs.
Don't send your children to
not your
langurs.
baby to wait. I'll play the video. You won't get the context. Here, watch the video. It's hard techno, by the way.
Kid's very happy though.
No, but it fucking slaps the monkey. Wait. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie though, I feel like if I started watching this video, I would watch it to the end.
By the
because
way-
I'd be like, is there any point where the langur is like, fuck this child and like messes him up?
Dude, it's crazy because it's like 40 million views. Of course, you know why? Because A, you should not be messing with the langur. Secondly, like be far away from langurs as possible. Dude, that monkey could have terminated that kid at any moment. Like danger hai ye. Anyway, so by the way, this channel has 2.4 million subscribers.
Which has the same, that 2 point
Yeah.
range.
And the first comment on this one is yoga, deep breathing, Ayurveda and immunity fights COVID.
बेसिकली यहाँ पे जो व्हाट्सएप पे फॉरवर्ड करते हैं ना, वो कॉपी पेस्ट करते हैं यहाँ पे यूट्यूब में.
Then the boy is Superman.
Wait, you forgot the Badri Bhaiya Miss Pam Semilina Chata Ho
And
Fiosa.
and uska response to the comment is sure. This is quite bizarre. Anyway, my point
Is there a language that we don't know that everybody is conversing
I just
in?
feel when we fall this deep into the ends of the internet, no, I don't like it's crazy because the thing is, it's one thing to look at these videos and go ha ha, but these are like real people. This is some extreme reality TV.
Yeah, but
What do you? I know it's difficult to process.
I just feel like, see na, reality TV फिर भी has some end. Like it's not like you can't put this video up and be like village life in Jaspur or whatever.
No, but I think there's also like this voyeuristic thing.
Yeah.
Like कि village में ऐसा होता है.
हाँ, no, I can see that. I can see people being like, oh, अच्छा ऐसा होता है village में, and then watch.
Oh, talking
all of
about
it.
village में ऐसा होता है. There is this an entertainment challenge from a channel from a village. By the way, so this channel is called Busy Fun Limited.
I think it's pretty apt.
Busy Fun
It's
Limited.
pretty apt.
And it's
I
called,
don't,
it
I
has
don't find anything wrong with
40 million views, right? In
4.5 million subscribers, double.
4. Yeah, so it's a much bigger channel, much more active. 2,000 odd comments. So it's like really, really popular. And and the thing is, I will play a scene from this one.
And there's so many people in it.
Yeah, it's an 8 minutes and it's only physical comedy, man. At some point, I'm like, it's pretty intense. So over here, I'm just gonna play a few seconds so you guys understand what is the context. I mean, if you can understand what the context is. And again, it's so fast, it's crazy. Here, let's go. So my point is, now what you saw was that bag, and that bag continues to wreak havoc for the next few minutes. Same bag now later. By the way,
that's got to be hard though. They
is
are
very
like
hard.
really committing to this falling into
Dude, it
water
is-
and
they are-
falling into each
This
other.
physical comedy is them just falling. It's like 8 minutes, dude, and it is them just falling. It's physical comedy. Also, it's a Bengali channel by the looks of it.
Comedy.
And it's pretty crazy though. Now the point is, I can understand.
This is the 118th episode, whatever this is.
118th episode, and it's insane. Like the next one is a story of a reluctant groom trying to marry someone, and the person who is doing the makeup is now into the groom. It is like pretty insane actually. Like here, check it out. Reluctant groom.
There's so many actors involved.
The whole village is involved in it. It's a village that's a production company.
Ew.
Yep. So my
How
point
many
is-
views does this have again? 40 million.
Actually
Got
going
it.
to 41, and it released in just a few days ago.
What? I expected it to be like little.
No, a few days ago. They're insanely huge. I mean, and in whichever context is like, point is, I would never have come across this video otherwise if you had not gone deep diving.
For sure. Like, why would this show up on your YouTube? But I guess once in a while it's good to know what's happening out there.
Correct. No, actually, more than what's happening, what's interesting is that I feel what we are looking at is some sort of weird hyper localization of content. And also, I feel because we have had like a certain amount of maturity with content because we had so much access. Now, I feel the kind of people who are watching this content on YouTube is because, first of all, they have internet access for cheap and YouTube is free. So most people, I think, who are watching this have never really have consumed content before this.
Yeah, that's true.
This is their first ever consuming any content. To them, see man, we have seen Charlie Chaplin, we have seen Black and White, we have seen that physical comedy growing up as kids. People consuming this kind of content are people who never had access to content to begin with ever.
Or even making this kind of content. It feels like a very like it's something like what we discussed in the video game podcast. You know
Correct.
how like just access to Android phones or like access to cheaper technology, even like laptops and all. A lot of people suddenly got access to
Correct.
it. And now since all these people have gotten access to it, like these kind of channels are booming. You know, like because everyone is watching them and everyone is creating for them. Like whoever is creating
But
for
also,
them.
this feels like it's like a hyper version
Yeah.
of the beginning of the film industry. Like
Absolutely.
see, they don't have any dialogue. It's like the silent era. It's like this village is going through its own Hollywood cycle. Now there's silent era, then dialogues will come. Because if you actually look
That's
at the
amazing, yeah.
if you look at the actions of this, they're very reminiscent of silent cinema.
Yeah, they're all like Buster Keaton-y, like
Correct.
over exaggerated, like
Exaggerated.
fast FPS and everything is like happening so
Correct.
quickly. And it's honestly like it's amazing to watch, kind of, because why did film take so long to develop, right? Because technology was developing with it. But
Correct.
these guys are racing through all
The
the
tech.
phases of film like development, mainly because the tech is already here.
Correct.
And they already have access to it. It's quite interesting.
So basically now this kind of content, or the people who are even consuming this, right, are people who have not, I don't think are the people who have like ready access to amount of cinema we have seen, right? Plus, one of the biggest issues of Indian media has been is the people who are on screen don't look like most of the Indian population.
That's true. That's very true. And there's a good chance that's why this is so relatable.
Because you watch it, you're like, these people look like the people I see in everyday life. Like the way Indian society is like stratified, it makes sense that you want to see people who look like you represented.
Yeah,
right?
it's like literally just diversity representation, and YouTube is like essentially for the people by the people right now.
Correct.
So right now, very big emphasis on right now.
Correct.
So everybody has access to it. Everybody who's making it is like literally filming the common man in fun ways.
I don't think there's so much thought in it.
No, there's no thought.
What we are seeing here is like this, like I said, this really fast-paced random development of content across the spectrum, because suddenly technology has enabled everybody, and they seem to be getting. Now my point is, today they're getting 4 million views or whatever, and this content is there. My point is, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, is this going to be like a smaller umbrella of the birthplace of some other cinema movement? We have no idea. Like, will this, and this had obviously had some kind of Bengali roots, I could tell. I don't know if these same people who involved 2 generations pushed in, or even like 20 years pushed in, what it will reveal.
Yeah, there's a good chance it'll be very different from this. Like,
correct, because if you keep pushing, now my point is, I understand this overacting weird stuff looks weird to us now, but what are they essentially discussing? I have no, like, my point is that these people, what they are creating, even they don't know.
Yeah.
But what we have right now in a weird way is kind of like this direct insight into the consciousness of so many people, man.
That's true.
Like, I would not, like, my point is, like, I had no idea people are thinking.
I had no idea this kind of content exists. Like, the fact that we don't know that also. Like, obviously, we might not choose to watch a lot of things, but there's a good chance that so many things exist and you know about it.
Also, remember, we see all the statistics on YouTube, like so many billion hours uploaded. I feel I've only been able to understand its ramifications when I went down the dark lane.
Very true.
By the way, the next video we're going to watch, it's called Garib Ka Cement Auto Rickshaw, sorry.
And then it's written in English also.
Garib Ka Cement Auto Rickshaw comedy video. Hindi kahaniyan.
Yes.
Cool. Now,
12 million views.
correct. And I'm going to play this clip really fast.
ऑटो रिक्शा। एक गांव में नरसिंह नाम का एक ऑटो ड्राइवर रहता था। वो
Okay, now
So nursing is an auto
दीवारों
driver.
को चुनवाते हैं। नरसिंह अपने दोस्त गोपाल के पास गया और अपने घर के हालात के बारे में बताते हुए, यार तुझे किसी ना किसी तरह मुझे पैसे देने होंगे, मैं बहुत जल्द तुम्हारे पैसे चुका दूंगा।
So, this one initially, to be honest, when I started watching, I was like, what shit? Right? But then, as I started watching it, so spoilers.
Like, yeah, let's
Link
just
in
tell
description.
let's just tell you guys what's going on. So there is a dude who owns a cement auto rickshaw, and it's about his life and what is going on in.
So basically, this one actually has a story arc. There's somebody who's really poor, who not getting any money, has to figure his way out, finds out that he can get an auto rickshaw working for cheap by making it out of cement.
Because cement ki boris are like cheaper than an auto rickshaw just to buy a completely
Correct.
made
And
manufactured auto, which is.
Let's not think about it. Like, if you get in the engineering of it, no. But all these stories are just like this. It's like, remember as kids in schoolyard, you would be like, hey, you want to hear a story? And you would just make some shit up.
Yeah.
It's like that. Yet it does have a story arc. Because you know what the underlying theme here? That there's always this rich person who is being a little exploitative towards, say, this poor person. This poor person comes up with some solution. In this same video, by the way, it's not just one story. In midway through the auto rickshaw story, it turns into a swimming competition between rich boy's family versus poor boy's family, which gets very intense competition. So much so, the rich guy's father hires a truck driver to hit into the poor boy and his grandfather on the cycle, so that the younger boy breaks his leg. And then they're like, fuck these guys. Now the rich guy's like, ha ha ha, I will win the swimming competition. But then they build a swimming pool on a tractor and they go around the village teaching all the kids how to swim, and then they all compete and defeat the rich kid and the guy who got the accident happen.
Matlab, it's a full ass movie.
Then they all beat up the rich person.
And this happens in 12 minutes. It's basically student of the year on steroids.
Yeah. And weirdy 3D graphics. By the way, this graphic that you just saw is like there are like lots of YouTube channels with the same kind of content.
Matlab, they must be downloading the models and using some.
Actually, they look ditto same. Like some of the channels have the exact same models. By the way, this channel beats all the others that we have seen with 10 million subscribers.
What's it called? Majja TV.
Hindi stories. 10 million subscribers and this one has 12 million views. I mean their average view must be around 1 million at this point, which is quite insane, man.
I think it's really crazy that the one universal truth that is out there is money. That's something that everyone understands. Don't you think that's a weird universal truth that everyone understands?
Yeah, and
so strange. Like if you had to choose one truth,
it's money.
It's money.
But also, it's also like these are all underdog stories. You know, in a village.
Like the poor person will come out undefeated or whatever.
Correct. So my point is, I never really my point is, again, this content works because the people consuming this content have not seen too much earlier. You know, like they have not had access to better content. So this content already has novelty to it and will wear off eventually. But it's interesting that we now live in this unique place in history where this kind of content can work. You know, I mean, I hope this will mature to lead to something interesting.
Yeah, I'm definitely here for that. I'm here for the evolution of the stuff.
Yeah, but this is unique. And by the way, this is such a big genre on YouTube that YouTube itself has acknowledged it.
Yeah.
That Indian weird animation is a category. Really, it really is. I didn't know how weird it was.
Actually, when we had done the Indian animation podcast,
Yeah.
I had seen all these things because I had searched it just to see if there are any crazy animations out there.
Correct.
But that's when I had come across all these animation channels, and there are many. There are many.
You know what? Once again, showing you animation channels. Thumbnails now, populate the screen. Yeah, that bizarre shit is, put all those links below.
A lot of it is Ashleel, so if you're not into
links,
that, don't watch it.
I'm just going to put the links below because we can't go through like everything that we found because it's like way too much.
So this video has the crown of being the most watched video most watched Indian video out there.
How many views is that?
2.6 billion views.
2.6 billion views.
Billion. This Humpty train collecting fruits. Humpty train और उसके फल दोस्तों से मिलिए. Humpty the train on a fruits ride. And it's a kiddies मतलब Bob the Builder type है ये.
2.6 billion.
2.6 billion. I mean, I mostly think that's mainly because parents just kind of put it on and people kids must be watching it every day.
But how many kids on repeat will take?
It's wild, and I'll play a little bit of it so you guys come to know what's going on in this video.
आज सीखते हैं फलों के बारे में और मिलते हैं हमारे फल दोस्तों से. चलो ढूंढते हैं एप्पल को. मैं देख रहा हूँ एप्पल को उस पेड़ पे बैठे हैं. हाय एप्पल, कैसे हो? मैं ठीक हूँ हम्पी. तुम्हें देख के अच्छा लगा.
So basically what he does is he just goes to all these fruits and he collects them. He picks all of them up.
Correct.
And that's
like
just it. That's just
kindergarten video.
Yeah, correct. Like this is an apple, this is a grape, and this is and you come to know what it's called in Hindi. Like angur or whatever.
Wow. I guess the reason this went popular is also because there was a pandemic and kids will watch this stuff is hypnotic to kids too. They'll watch it over and over again.
Of course, it's bad and all considering we have seen better. That is what our scene is with
Correct.
this also.
But otherwise it's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
It's under YouTube Kids only. But wow. This is the video
It's
that gets
the video that has made it 2.6 billion views.
Wow.
Okay, so honestly, I feel like there is a whole genre out there on YouTube which is animation, which we have discussed, right? But now on Indian YouTube I feel like if just the two of us talking to each other was made into an animation, That is an entire like मतलब ऐसे 30 minute के episodes है YouTube पे.
Oh.
Just like
Random shit.
हाँ, like improv. Like
Oh.
5 people are put in a situation. Your name is Aladdin,
Okay.
and you are just coming, and all the others are uncles, and we notice you, and then we are just riffing off each other.
Oh.
So I think I don't know how they write this because I find it impossible to actually sit down and write something like this.
Whoa, okay, we'll play a small clip. Oh, by the way, so a tenth, if I'm saying a tenth of a paisa they made per view, tenth of a paisa, they would have made 2.5 crores. Just give me context. Context. I'm just giving you context on that number. That 2.5 billion is hard to conceptualize, right?
It's insane. Humpty train. 10th of a paisa, not
Tenth
even
of
a
a
full
paisa.
rupee.
Dude, billion breaks the brain. Trust me, because billion is 1,000 million and a million is 10 lakhs. 1,000, 10 lakhs. 10,000 lakhs is a billion. 10,000 lakhs is a billion. To 25,000 lakhs.
It's so difficult to imagine even those many people. Like even when you think of the views.
That's twice the population of the
That's
country.
what-
I'm just
that's
saying. That's 2.5 times the population of India. Just saying, if you want to contextualize, tenth of a paisa. That's it. If that video made.
बहुत है dude ये.
And they
बहुत
must
है.
have that is the basic monetization. Like uske watch hours must be insane. Like I think that video alone on its own must have enough watch hours than all media consumed like a decade before it.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. And also, it's not a long video, so it's not like one view will take its watch hours up.
Correct.
It has to be multiple, like.
Bajillions. Wow, insane. So imagine opening uska analytics. It's in B's, like some exponential number only. Whoa. Crazy. Anyway, coming back to this one. So this is okay. So now we are doing this channel called Jokepur. I feel maybe somebody must have heard of this. I feel this might be close.
It might have come up somewhere on पता नहीं.
Yeah, but here's the content.
हम उस जमाने के स्टूडेंट्स हैं जानी कि जब आईडी कार्ड को बिल्ला कहा जाता था.
That's it. That was one joke.
That
but
was a joke. ID card को बिल्ला कहा जाता था. I think that's what he said.
then
चलो इस गड्ढे से.
They use that sound every time someone is moving. By the way.
इस गड्ढे में क्या कर रहे हो? योगासन कर रहा हूँ बुड़बक. दिखाई नहीं दे रहा है.
that's the humor. So my point is, so this, by the way, if you're saying wow, if you're not heard of this guy, he has hidden his subscribers.
Oh, why?
Oh.
Jokepur. It has. I mean, it's a verified account, so there's a good
Yeah.
chance that he has a lot of subscribers.
But the video itself had 3.5 million views.
And each of his videos does like.
And it
very
just
well.
got released again.
Huh.
May, June, July. No, this is
May. But still,
Hmm.
3.5 billion is quite a bit.
Million,
The reason,
million.
million, sorry.
This
my
guy-
bad. Nothing can beat Humpty Train. But I feel like this particular channel only makes this kind of humor and this kind of like 3D animated whatever.
I feel so. This exact aesthetic is also by another channel called Mojo, I think. Here we'll show it to you.
I assume that someone is copying someone.
Correct.
Like there is no telling.
I
now
feel
at
if
this
you made a
point.
video essay on just these two guys, it would get 1 million hits because of how big their audience is.
Also, not only that, you can see their progression. Like if you go to their older videos, you can see from where they've come and all.
Correct.
And funnily enough, almost all of their videos have like basic comments on it, saying someone is asking them ki how you make these videos, can you share tutorial and stuff. And I'm just like, you know what, I feel like these videos really do well because people watching them think that हाँ ये तो मैं भी कर सकता है. And it's a very weird sort of thought process.
Maybe that's why there's also, I feel there's one thing that was true with all the content we saw. It is just average enough for anybody to feel that I can do it.
Relatable
Hey, dude.
है ही,
Dude,
but
I think you know what, see, remember when back in the day reality TV came?
yeah.
And earlier to be on TV, you had to be someone, and now anybody could be on TV.
Matlab you can just enroll in the competition or whatever.
Like with roadies and all of that.
Yeah.
Anybody could be on TV. I think YouTube is just a new thing.
That's true.
Where it's like anybody can be popular.
100%. Like it's literally what we have said earlier on, ki it's just a resurgence of everything
Correct.
that has happened on TV or in film or whatever.
But now with all content.
It's opened its doors to so many people. Like I feel like that's just what it is. Like
But-
even
but-
roadies doesn't hold up. Like it's something like
No,
that.
but I think it's more. It's not about like allowing people. I think I want to talk more about the fact that what you just said. Ki for all this content, everybody watching it is like, ये तो मैं भी बना सकता हूँ.
And they like it because of that.
Yeah, and that adds like the reason why reality TV is popular is also because of the fact that this reality TV में मैं भी बन सकता था. Like they can place themselves. So this also maybe that's a big point. I don't know.
And
What do you
that's
guys-
probably also why, dude, we were saying ना कि अच्छा वाला film जो like film festival वगैरह में हो सकते हैं, they take a while, either they go viral because of some particular actor or something that is in it, or they don't do well. They don't do well on things like YouTube because people don't watch that and think कि ये मैं कर सकता हूँ. People are like ये professional है, उसके पास अच्छा कैमरा रहेगा, you know, that sort of thing.
Maybe. So they value it less because it is good.
Yes.
Wow,
Which
that's
is
interesting.
insane mind space we have come into actually.
Wow. What do you guys think, man? This time we took the story in like a different direction. Let us know what you think. Because to be honest, this is the first time we were also figuring a lot out as we're looking at this content. So why don't you give us some comments? Let us know what you think and what do you think makes these videos work?
For sure, dude.
What do you think makes these videos work? I hit the mic. So yeah. So hey, so again, this is Parag Panda, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. You know, we'll be here every week. And yeah, we got geeky into wild videos. What else do you want us to discuss? Let us know.
I mean, let us know and don't forget to subscribe. We have new episodes every Friday and small episodes during the week.